is Nurul Alia Karina binti Shamsuddin. My metric number is 1201072. And today I want to present about my project 3 from last time, which is the mobile studio pod. Basically, from my studio brief, that the main aim for this project 3, because it's to heighten the awareness for students about the human body and interaction between body and space, and also in logic in shaping the form, and also that we're required to have to design the styropod with maximum height, which is 1.8 meters, and 1.2 meters for the length for the styropod that is suitable for 24-hour use for single occupancy. And also the few things or items that we have to put in our design in our styropod, which is drafting table, drafting chair, storage, ventilation, view, and also social distancing. That's all of the items that we have to put in our styropod. And also the styropod, it can be as display panel for our design portfolio later on. So from that, we have to be more particular attention to human body and measurement. Also the develop and awareness and dialogue about anthropometry as and.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Sekejap. Okay, sorry.
As well as human behavior and space. So there has several issues that we have to solve the issues that they can use our styropod. So firstly, now there is no comfortable place to do works privately, and secondly, that there is no stable place that they can independently to do any activity that they want, and thirdly, that there is no place that can protect us from any danger or harm, such as the weather and animal and others, because sometimes if we publicly or open do our works in open place that maybe it have some dangers or have some disturbance from our surroundings. So from that, all the issues that I managed to solve the issues with provide a place that are comfortable, free, and to do anything, and avoid us from any risk privately, also separately for the users with other people. And then, so based on the issues that I chose the luckily as a guidance for my designs, the hadith from related Ibn Majah, Al-Daraqutni, Malik, and others. So the hadith is La dirara wa la dirara. Then the translation of this ayah is do not harm yourself and do not harm others. Which is that means that we have to protect ourselves and others that and prevent from any dangers that can give us harm or any bad effects for us. So from that, we have to protect ourselves from any bad things. So also we cannot do not harm others people then or things that such as animals, plants, and nature. The relation between this ayah and my styropod, which is that I have to provide a comfortable place that can make us safe and prevent from any dangers. So for this styropod, that I chose a sanctuary as a concept. That's the meaning of this of the sanctuary, which is a place of refuge and safety or nature reserve. So from that, we can see that sanctuary concept, which is they can protect us from anything. That is like a protection place that we have to manage styropod from that. So basically, we have to protect ourselves from sunlight and rain, because sometimes from that things that it can give a fever or any disease for ourselves. So for styropod, that the requirement that we have to put the light source and air ventilation are so important. So that means that we still need the lighting from outside and ventilation, but we have to provide a place that can give us a less risk of danger and harm, such as animal, weather, and others. Because if we directly do our work in public, so maybe it can get hurt or can give us any dangers. So yeah, and next is our president study. It's my president study, sorry, which is inspired my report from two buildings, which is Kaguan Tower and Andas Hotel. And based on both buildings that I inspired that for the Andes Hotel that I take the staggered element of the roof and the facade from Andes Hotel to I apply it for my report. And also for Kaguan Tower that I take some I take some element which is the pattern on the wall on the facade for the building, which is the crossway pattern, which is with the diagonal line. So I also apply it for my facade for my building. So and then the curve element that I take the curve element that for my support that I take from the both building for my facade and my roof for my support. And then also the ideation. So I take the ideation for my report from butterfly chrysalis or cocoon, which is the cocoon is a temporary shelter for caterpillars before it turns into the butterfly, which is that's called the pupa phase. That they can protect themselves in the cocoon. So the characteristic of the cocoon. Firstly, the cocoon has tiny pores that it can the caterpillar inside the cocoon can breathe through it. So secondly, that it's the cocoon have need to stay hydrated and need humidity to have to live inside the cocoon. So it cannot be so hot or so warm or so cold because it can be the caterpillars can be dehydrated. So to live in that, so they have to in comfortable place. Even they have the small pores that they can breathe into it through it. So based on the characteristic of cocoons that I apply into my design, that my styropor have a natural lighting that it can have the lighting through the small hole through the facade. I have designed my styropor that there is have small hole that the air or the lighting can through it. So in the same time that the users inside the styropor can feel more comfortable with the air and with the natural lighting, and also it have the beautiful shade if the sunlight through it. So also and for my styropor, it have from the hole that users can feel more comfortable and adaptable with the surrounding. And then so I also inspired the form from the cocoon from my styropor. So the second part and the curved part for my styropor. And next, the design process that I derive it, and basically the cocoon shape itself that I derive it to my styropor with the scopy part and the second part for my styropor. And then next is my elevation part that I want to mention here is the measurement for my styropor, which is the
Ayo.
Internet.
Aku sih internet lah. Ya Allah. Ada ya.
height of this styropor is 1,800 millimeters, and also the length of the styropor which is 1,500 millimeters, and the base area which is 2,100 millimeters times 1,500 millimeters. And then, so we can see now in my board, which is there is four elevation, which is the front elevation, left elevation, right elevation, and rear elevation. So for all this drawing that I draw with, I use scale 1 to 10. So I also include the dimension for my all the drawing here. And okay, next is my plan, section XX and section YY. So my board shows here is there is a floor plan here that we can see the face of the drafting table. Drafting table there with can fold it. It also can fold the table and with dimension 120 millimeters times 90 millimeters. And also I also put the we can see the chair, the storage paper storage area, and also shelf, also the small foldable table there. And then for the section XX and section YY represent the interior design for my studio point, which is that we can see inside of my studio point. So in my studio point, it have portable drafting table, portable chair, lamp, paper storage, and small portable table. So and then all the drawing, which is floor plan, section XX and section YY, I use scale 1 to 10. So let me explain further about the interior perspective. That for the interior perspective, I use scale 1 to 20 for my drawing. Then okay, firstly, I want to explain about the position and the function of each item in my studio project. Okay. Firstly, the window. The window that I designed in front of the drafting table that users can see front directly, especially when the lectures, and also user can also communicate with lecturers or friends to have some discussion. So in the same time, user can get fresh air and good ventilation from outside the studio point that while they do their works there. The next, it's my shelf that I designed as same as the pattern on the wall as the synchronized of the design. So from that we can see the harmony element on the arrangement there. Then also the shelf is the function of shelf is the user can put the books.
Uh,
Okay.
Mana tak start?
The user can put the books that or small architecture tools, and also the stationery there. At the wall, which is I put it on the left and right wall, and also the lamp there that I also I put it in front of the table that which is there is like additional lighting for the users to do their work, which is that they can give more lighting for the when they do their works there. There is the portable chair that the users can adjust up or down for the chairs, because this is important for architects to do their work. They can be affordable when more easily to do their work. And also same as the foldable table, which is they can adjust adjust the table if they want to more higher or more lower. Okay, then they have a space that they can put their drawings or work at the wall. they can arrange their works vertically, and then so it can make it more neat and more nicer if they arrange it like that. So it also can minimize the space in the studio part, because as we know that the space in studio part is so small that they just can do some activities inside it. So a small foldable table that I put it if beside of the door, that the table can the user can put their laptop or any small tools or stationery there also, that it can fold it. So
Is it me or is her voice and his mouth didn't match? Did you guys see it?
if the
Not
users
for me.
want to use it, they can open it, and if they don't want to use it, they can close it. So
Really?
so from that,
Oh, okay.
it also can minimize the space inside the stereo pod. So also in front of the small foldable table that have some space that the users can put their T-squares or any architectural tools. Also the paper, they can also put that in front of the small foldable table. So if the users close the foldable table, so it can be more nicer, because if that closed, the other people cannot see what inside the space. So yeah, it can minimize the space right there. So the activities that they can do in this
Do you
report,
guys
which
see
is
that?
they can lie down or
It
sing
didn't
or
go
listening
nice.
to the music and
Right.
whatever they want, because this is privately and separately from to other people, so they're free to do anything. And I think that's all from me. And yeah, thank you. I put it if beside
yeah.
of the beside.
I think her voice and reaction didn't match. But yeah. Okay.
It's okay too.
Her part, yeah. It has lamp. Wow. The first time I saw it.
Well,
small
her interior design is really creative, if I would say. I like that.
And then
I think that he doing a good job, because I see that everyone's doing like calming serenity, and but then she is doing what they call pelindungan.
yeah, some kind of protection.
Very.
Very.
Yeah, right. So it's lain daripada lain. I think.
Anything else?
No. I
No.
just
Yeah.
I just impressed. Very impressed.
Good job.
Hmm.
Good job.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, nothing to share?
No, no.
Not,
Very
no.
very impressive.
Alright, okay.